Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and to FS25. Today I proudly present you the Highlands fishing map Kinlaig. Here is your PDA. What color did they do for onions? That's interesting. I'm not sure I really like that choice. That's pretty close to parsnips, I'm not gonna lie. But I know they are running out of colors. Are there any on here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So here is your crop calendar. Here's your animals. We have sheep and the new Highland cattle on here. Contracts 9,000, 4,000, 7,000. Not bad. Available productions. What do we have here? Bakery, biogas plant, carpentry, fish food factory, quarry, sawmill, spinnery, stonemason, tailor shop, vegetable processing plant, windmill, and young fish breeding, which is all we're going to go over there on this video. I am going to be doing a separate video going over the new productions, but that is what is on the map. Your vehicles. We have the L-Butt pallet fork. We have the Bunning Series 140. We have the Horse Credo 3. We have the Horse Versa. We have the JCB Fast Track 21-115 4WS. We have the Nochi Eco Cultivator 300. We have the Massey Ferguson MF 8570. We have the Massey Ferguson 8570 header. And the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 trailer. We have the New Holland 1000. We have the New Holland T8020. We have the Pottinger Boss Alpine 251. We have the Twitty Q4M. We have the Samaz KDF 341S. And we have the Skoda Octavia. And the Tinwinkle Patch 750. Wait. No hand tools. And that is it there. And then construction menu, mods and DLCs. Where I'm going to be going through all of this in a future video. Also, we're not going to go over anything in the construction menu because I'm going to do a different detailed video on that. So, we are basically going to just show you around here real quick. And that's going to do it on this one. I am not going to do timestamps because it's not our typical map tour video because a lot of the stuff I'm going to be doing in separate videos. Yeah, I just took a look at the construction menu off video. I will be having multiple videos on the construction menu stuff. But I also off video went ahead and bought the whole map. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Actually, I'll just start a new one. So here's what you own. You can buy up most of the map except for the typical giants areas that you can't. Let me go back here because I forgot to show off what you start with in New Farmer. Okay, that is the land you start with in New Farmer. So let's start our tour right here. Why not? I always usually like to start at the main farm, so let's do it. We're right here because I bought up the whole map and forgot to show off the new farmer stuff, so I had to restart the map. There's your farm. Ah, this is what I was looking for. Highland cattle. Let me slow down speed. I want to take a look-see. Come on. Can I go forward? Oh, there's a fence there. I thought I was inside the fence and I wasn't. Look! Oh, they're so adorable! Do we have a baby one anywhere? Yeah, we do. Little baby Highland cattle! Oh, they're so cute! Oh, that is so adorable. Okay. This pasture holds, what, it is a pasture, holds 112. And there's 15 in there right now. 5 0 months, 5 6 months, and 5 18 months. And here they are. $300 for 0 months, $975 for 6 months, and $2,325 for 18 months. I like the layout of this farm. I don't really like the ground texture, but everything else I like. That is really cool. Let's go up here. I'm guessing this is the town. Yeah, it is, because this is the one part we saw in this morning's blog video that I was like, that looks cool. And there's the ocean. Here's your, port area. And obviously because of the offshore, how far do we have that we can travel this direction? Right here. That gives you quite a lot of territory for fishing. That's awesome. Which we will be getting into later this week, the weekend. I'm not sure how things are gonna play out yet. You have this area here. What's in this field? Peas. Very awesome. This is the mill, it looks like. Looks like this is a selling point. What are some of the selling points? Feed and drain self. Goldcrest Valley. Bringing back an oldie. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I miss Goldcrest. We're gonna have to do a throwback on Goldcrest. Logistics Center East, Logistics Center Railroad. Oh, we have 2 trains? No, what is that? What is that symbol? That's not the train. Huh? Hold up. Neighboring town. Tootsie Bakery. The coffee house. Hold up. Tip stations. That just say neighboring town. I'm guessing that's Goldcrest. Is that the train? What is that symbol? That doesn't look like the train. If anyone knows what that symbol on Big Farmer's Kiosk is, let me know. Oh, vegetable processing plants. Spinnery, Glen Hot Co. Feed and Grain South, we've known. Yeah, the train is definitely Goldcrest Valley. That's definitely the train symbol. I'm not sure what that other symbol is. We'll have to figure it out. Seaside Restaurant. I've been playing with this DLC for, gosh, How long have I been recording this video? 23 minutes! Because I recorded the blog and then I came right into recording this video, so I haven't even had an hour into this DLC yet, so there's definitely some things that I am still going to be figuring out. But yeah, there's some of the sell points. So let's turn this other stuff back on. That's the main farm. That's that. Let's go over here and then we'll head over this way. Visit. There's your Kinlaig gas stations. I think these are a bunch of the production points, which we'll get into more of later. We're just gonna do a flyover right now. But yeah, looks like a lot of your productions are in this area right here. That's the quarry. Looked like it was, but I didn't want to say it. That bridge, I like that. That's the edge of the map. Glow stick. Alright. Where else? Run over here real quick. This is the, feed and drain south. Forestry. There's a decent amount of forestry on here, but it's not overwhelming. I think they definitely did a good balance between, like, fields and forestry. But typical giants. I hate to complain about giants because I love them. I love Farming Simulator. But typical giants, I'm not seeing a lot of spaces to, like, build. I mean, there's some. I'll give them credit that it's better than some other base game maps. But I would argue that it could be more. But I am honestly, besides that one complaint that I give to, like, every Giants map, I'm not singling out this map. This is awesome. I really like this. But this is the stones we've been seeing in a lot of the previews. That's it for this one. Okay, I'm gonna insert this at the end of the map tour before the outro. I didn't realize there was a help menu section on here, so we are going to read this real quick. Kinlaig. Kinlaig, a green haven of rolling meadows in the Scottish Highlands, is steeped in ancient history. The old town with its castle and bay lighthouse greets you as you land here before you head deeper into the Highlands to find some interesting places. Onions. With onions, a new crop is introduced as well. Onions are root crops that need specialized sowing and harvesting equipment. They can only be sown with a special type of seeder for onions. They are sown in March or April and harvested in August or September. When the green tops have dried, they are ready to harvest. First, the helms must be cut and the onions pulled from the soil, usually with a front attachment, while a rear attachment cleans them and drops them into neat rows. The rows are then collected and cleaned further with an onion harvester equipped with the correct header. When collected, you can either sell the onions or produce packed onions on pallets. Harbor Master. Talk to Alice Dare, the local harbor master and former sea captain. He can explain how fishing works. He can also teach you about the sea itself and its inhabitants around the globe. Don't take his attitude too seriously, though. I'll be doing a separate video where we go and talk to him. Constructions and points of interest. While you can explore the old town and its castle, another castle on top of a hill needs some attention. If you deliver much needed resources, it can be rebuilt. Other points of interest include a historic bridge where you can watch a traditional train pass by, mysterious rock circles dotting the land, and more. Try to discover it all. Collectibles, which we'll be talking about in the next video, like I said. All around Kinlaig, you'll find messages in bottles that have washed up on shore. Who might they belong to? Collect all the pages to find out what happens to the author. You can flip through them in a special notebook where all the pages are kept, which we will be reading through. Catching fish. Since reeling in fish is one of the most relaxing pastimes there is, you can buy a fishing rod from the dealer hand tools category and try your luck in skill. But don't expect to just reel in fish. Keep at it to improve your fishing skills and maybe get rewarded. Places to fish. Go near the water, river, ocean, fish pond, and equip the fishing rod. You can also take a sports boat out to the sea and start catching fish on the open water if that's your preferred style. Baiting fish. To start the fishing game, press and hold the action button to cast your bait into the water. The longer you hold the button, the farther your bait will be thrown. Now you have to wait for a fish to take the bait. The indicator will appear when it does. Press the action button at the right moment. Otherwise, the fish will escape, reeling them in. If you reacted in time, the fish catching will begin. The bar on the right has two components. The fish, which jiggles up and down, and the bait, which you control by holding down the action button. Hold down the button to raise the bait and release to lower it. Follow the fish up and down with the bait until it gets tired. Wear it down and reel it in, which I will be doing separate videos on that as well. Fishing boats. There are two types of boats. The cargo boat with a crane and the sport boat, which allows you to go to sea. They can only be bought at the harbor next to the fish market at the boat store. Cargo vessel can be used to transport goods to the offshore aqua farms. Has a mounted crane to lift pallets of fish and feed. A ramp allows you to drive a forklift onto the boat for loading. Sport boat, smaller boat not designed for cargo, allows you to catch fish manually at sea, which we'll be going over all that in its own video as well. And aquaculture. Aquaculture is a new form of farming introduced with the Highlands fishing expansion. While you can manually catch fish with a rod to relax by the shore, you can expand your operation by managing fish farms. Fish food. To raise fish, you will need the food. You can buy it in the shop, animals food, or in the warehouse. You can also make it yourself in the fish food factory. It requires flour, soybeans, oil, which may be more cost effective if your overall operation allows it. Fish breeding. To breed fish for income, build the fish breeding facility, construction, production points, aquaculture, and deliver fish food to the designated area of the facility. The fish feed will increase production. It will then produce juvenile salmon and trout appearing in boxes. Aqua farms. Deliver crates of juvenile fish to offshore aqua farms and place them on the green platform. Adult fish will spawn on the next platform where you can use the crane to load and eventually sell them. To sell automatically, open production chains, select offshore aquaculture, and set the fish output to sell. Transporting fish. Use the forklift to sell the crates of fish at the fish market, or use the crane to load them onto the big cargo ship for delivery to the offshore aqua farm. There you can raise them into adult fish to increase your profits. And back to the original outro. Unpack in this expansion, so bear with me. I will get everything out. But I can't give a time frame because there's just so much in here. And I want to go over everything so that you guys know what's going on. So, with that, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you all in the next one for a Kinlaig collectible hunt. Later.